Okay, Cal, we're going.
So with new technology today, it's kind of hard to imagine what people were doing in the 1500s when America was being built. And we see that trapping was a huge part of the industry and economy. When the French came over, they would trade with the Indians, the Native Americans, who would use snares and pit traps, which would lure animals off a cliff or into a pit, where they would die from the fall, or they would come in and kill them. And the French would trade either guns and weapons and tools for the fur that the Native Americans trade, and they needed fur for survival, for the like hats to keep them warm or anything, garments or to sleep on, all for warmth. And then the Native Americans used the whole carcass for tools and whatnot. And in the 1600s, we saw that trapping really took off, and you couldn't go to town without a fur shop and store. And then in the 1800s and 1900s, we see that fur was used for more of a fashion, so out of mink, like this. The French and Native Americans really focused on beaver. Beaver, mink, and otter were the three main ones they caught. And trapping continued to grow until the 1800s, where both over-trapping brought almost beavers to extinction, and then as well as with advancement in technology and industries, people found new jobs to make a living. So that's the history of trapping. Common furs trapped then and now were, like I said, the three main ones before were mink, otter, and beaver, as well as coyotes, which I have here. Coyote was common, foxes, coons. This was, like I said, made out of mink, as well as muskrats. They trapped a lot of. It was very common, again for warmth, and then now for fashion. Types of traps today. So traps have not changed a whole lot over time. The snare has changed very little. It was used with the Native Americans back before the white man came to America. Very simple. They put it on game trails, and it goes up and around the animal until the trapper comes and takes it. You have the body grip trap, which goes underwater for vary in size. This one's small for mink and muskrat, and they go from a size 330 for beavers, as well as people use them for coons. We have long spring trap, which was also used in the 1600s, which very little has changed for mink and muskrat. Foothold trap, which was a later design off the coil spring, which is a lot stronger with these coils here, a lot more durable. It's used, you put the bait in front of the foothold for just about any creature that varies in size. This is a 1.75, which is used for these three, the raccoon, fox, and coyote. You just put it in the ground, and when it steps on it, it goes over their foot until the trapper comes to dispatch them to the fur. The latest design is called the dog-proof trap for raccoons, and as it says in the name, it is meant to not let dogs get trapped in it, because that was a lot of problem with these. People's dogs would be a problem and get caught, so they designed these so dogs could not get caught in them. So this is a great technology for that. And also here pictured is a live trap. If people just have a nuisance with animals, which is why trapping is still a thing, for predatory reasons, because all these take game that we today like to hunt, pheasants and deer. So if they don't want to kill them, the landowner can, or if you're in town, can use a live trap. See here, the door closes when they go in, and then wherever you want to bring them to the country and release them, you can. So kind of in conclusion, we saw that trapping came about for money and for clothing to wear, both for warmth and then later on for fashion. And it's been clearly been passed on for generations as people still do it today. A lot of it's for predatory control to stop the overabundance of coyotes, which can take a fawn a day during the summer for their young, and also for the money purpose as well. Although we might see trapping end due to low money, as coons right now are only running from about $1 to $2, which 5 years ago they were about $20 a coon. So we might see trapping decreased from that. These are my sources where I found some information about